Vaping. This is a big topic today because people don't know much about it. Because they don't know much about it, and because the tobacco companies are trying to take back what is the vaping community is taken away from, which is smokers, there's a lot of controversy in this topic. And people are saying that vaping is bad for you, that it's worse than cigarettes, that it harms you, and that if you smoke a vaporizer, you're going to get cancer. And today I'm here to persuade you that this is not the case. And my main focus today is the ban that was set on my school specifically, and many schools for that matter, which is the ban on tobacco products. And this year was the first year that East Central had tobacco products banned. But also on that ban list was vaporizing or e-cigarettes, which the term e-cigarettes make them seem more like cigarettes when they're not. And I believe that this is a problem because a lot of people now are trying to get away from smoking, and vaporizing has been their way to do that. And I believe this isn't right, and believe that the rule on vaping on campus should be lifted. Today I'm going to talk to you about the difference between the two primarily focusing on what's in the vapor juice, the health risk, and how banning vaping is actually not helping the students like the ban on tobacco was intended for, which I do get that is the ban is intended for a healthier school, but I believe that adding the vaporizers was a mistake on the school's part. And the first thing I'm going to talk to you about is the vape juice itself, which is the main problem that people have, is that they don't know what's in it. And vape juice contains very simple and very common ingredients. For instance, it contains propylene glycerin, which is just a food additive. And it's actually found in many medicines. It's in inhalers and all other additives in medicine, which when you think of it this way, if it's in inhalers and that's okay, then why is this a problem? And it's either between propylene glycerin or vegetable glycerin, which is a base plant substance, and it's found in coconut or palm oil. And this is also used as a food additive. And then the other three are water, flavorings, and nicotine. Now the flavorings is, it's basically like this one, for example, is apocalyptic feral. And this is a cherry turnover with a vanilla ice cream. And so all that is the food additives, which make it taste like it is, which makes it the desirable thing to do besides smoking. And it also gives that hint, instead of a nasty cigarette, but you get vanilla ice cream. And then also it's nicotine, and the nicotine is just for the smoking aspect, is that you're trying to stop smoking. And so they start from 24 to 0 to 24. So whatever your amount that you smoked, if you smoked a pack a day or two packs a day or a couple cigarettes, this will change the nicotine level so you can wean yourself off of cigarettes itself. Now this is the main thing I believe that people are so scared of, besides the glycerin, which I don't understand. Honestly, looking at the ingredients is how anyone could be afraid of this, because they're common things that we intake every day. And which brings me to the health risk. Now the FDA recently says that they found a lot of additives, but looking at the percents, they're very minimal, and they were only found in 1 out of 18 that were tested. So it's not common. It's not regulated, so people do add their own stuff, but for the most part, what you're taking in is completely healthy, and it's only doing good for you. And none of these health risks that people are saying, where it causes you cancer or anything like that, have even been proven. They're all just ideas and what they think should happen, because it's like a cigarette. And the ingredients itself are found in everyday food products. And if people just look at that, it'll tell them that this isn't a bad thing after all. It's actually a good thing for this country, because it's tremendously breaking down the amount of smokers that we have in this country, which just a couple years ago was a lot higher. And the other thing is, it's hurting the students who vape, because I myself, I've gotten a ticket for vaping in my dorm room, which granted was for setting off the fire alarm, but apparently I was the first student ever to get a a ticket for that this year. Now I see it as because I was vaping, because the cop said that kept talking about how harmful it was, and they wanted to take my vape, and I was like, this is a good thing for me. I use this so I can stay in my room and do my homework instead of having to walk off campus and smoke, or even walk outside. This is it helps me be productive. It keeps me off of cigarettes, and it's enjoyable. It's a good hobby instead of other hobbies that I could have that could get me into trouble. Even though this one did get me in a little bit of trouble, and it's very inconvenient. And these students out here who are vaping are just trying to help themselves. It's not as bad as people think it is. And I just think that it's a problem. It's an unnecessary problem that we have, and that it should be changed. And with that, today I've proven to you, I believe, that vaping is not as bad as everyone puts it out to be. Vaping has been given a bad name in its relation to smoking. It's a false statement, and it's just hurting the people who are trying to stop smoking real tobacco. I've told you about the ingredients, the lack of health risk, as well as how this ban is hurting the students at the school. I hope that now that people will see vaping as a good thing instead of the bad name it's been given. Hopefully this will also help to persuade you to lift the ban on vaping that is happening all over the country, including my school, East Central Community College. Thank you.